man. What's going on, y'all? This your boy BZ from Extreme Sports Talk 305. Now today we got a special guest, former NFL star Najeh Davenport, drafted 2002, Green Bay Packer, former Pittsburgh Steeler. Yeah, I know I'm a Raven, but it is what it is. Now I'm gonna ask my boy a few questions. What's going on, Najeh?
Hey, what's going on, G?
Good, man. Nice to have you on here, man.
I appreciate the invite.
No problem. I'm gonna get straight into it now here. My question is here. My first one is there any running backs that you like now in the NFL that you like to watch?
Just Cook, alumni, Dalvin Cook. He went to the University of Florida State. So I was trying to get him to the University of Miami, but he's a high school alumni of mine at Miami Central. I remember when he was a freshman, and he was on the free, Devontae
Right.
Freeman. So it was just me trying to convince him back then, and my number was retired. They brought my number out of retirement for him.
That's love.
To do what he do. You know, he took us to that, over the top of them state championships. So
yeah, I remember
that was
that.
one of the guys that I kind of, all right, let's get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he showed out at Florida State. One of the best backs in Florida State history to me.
Yeah.
And just watched from last week when they thought he was going to play, come back and put up the show against Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
That's a bad boy up, man. I like Dalvin Cook now. I do. That's one of my top backs I like to watch also. Okay, Dalvin Cook. So Dalvin Cook, he could run the ball, he can catch the ball, screen the hill, very versatile.
I mean, he's all around back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all four downs. In football, you got 2 down backs, you got a 3rd down back, and you got all 4 down backs. And Cook one of those all 4 down backs. And even with the kids that I coach or my son, I want to make sure you're a 4 down back. You'll never got to come off the field, all right? And
right. See your son at the park at Miramar. He did his thing there.
Yeah. So the more you know at a young age, the better off you are. You know what I mean? The more you can process, the quicker you can process it. You ain't out there with looking like a deer in headlights.
Right. You know what's going on. You just out there to be out there. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Now, since we on running backs here, my thing is everybody get treated different of their position. Why don't they value running backs more in the field as they used to?
Because everybody want to be a running back. Look at Little League football. Everybody they want their son to be a running back. So many running backs out there cost a dime a dozen. The running backs come a dime a dozen, then you got that rare dime that come in like a Cook, like the Giants. I can't think of his name right now. The Giants running back.
Saquon Barkley?
Yeah. Guys like that.
McCaffrey?
When Zeke came in, it's special. So you can get a running back in a dime a dozen from big schools, from small schools, but one that's going to change the game, or be a game changer, can go the distance, got that breakaway speed. That's the rarity in it. But you look at the draft, it's like 100 running backs in the draft. They can get the ball and get like 5-10 yards. Move the chains. You know what I mean? But got somebody that's going. You got a game plan for, or you got to change your game plan for that running back, and that's when it come in. Like when I played. One of those guys was like the Damian Thomason.
Oh yeah, he all around back.
Yeah, you got to go in and put a nickel back in because the linebacker ain't gonna be able to cover him. And I played all 4 downs, 3rd down, 1st down, 2nd down. I'm a big dude, so I was more like a bruiser.
Right.
But you got guys that's nifty that can pick up a blitz and they can run routes like that and put them in space. You gonna have
McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, guys like that can flip the field real fast. Those don't come a dime a dozen. But that's speaking to your question. Running backs, they come a dime a dozen. Good running backs don't, but a lot of these teams don't have good running backs. They got cats that come a dime a dozen. That's why they in there 1 or 2 years and they're gone.
Tell you about, but you got them dime a dozens of backs like Derrick Henry, McCaffrey, and Cook. The offense is around them. So like Ryan Tannehill, I don't think he's like that. But when he's on like that with a good run back, with a good play action.
Oh, they changed the game. Like when you have a running back like Derrick Henry, teams got a game plan for him. You change the game, and their necessity becomes something different. When D. Henry go down, now you got a back there that don't give you that same fear factor.
Right.
I should say.
Henry, you can see 8 and 9 in the box.
Yeah. A regular running back, they go back, they cover 2. Everything else get exposed.
When you see cover 2, you ready to run the ball.
Yeah.
Or cover 2, run the ball, check down and run the ball. It's like,
so
nah.
everything else get exposed. You know what I mean? They don't, if you lose that type of back, that's a game changer. Then now you got to coach. Then your quarterback got to come to play. You know what I mean? Your receivers, everybody's job get that much harder. You take Cook out of Minnesota, he go down, the backs they got in don't really step up like that. The balls get thrown, but they ain't wide open no more.
Now Kirk Cousins can't go off the play action because everybody in the ball. Once you pull that ball back, then
they already know. You know what I mean? They ain't no.
They already got a top receiver core. Well, Cook is making it extra worse, scarier with the offense like that.
Same thing with McCaffrey. McCaffrey go down, that defense ain't the same. I mean,
the offense ain't the same. Everything's around him. The offense is around him. So now it's like made the quarterback look bad because you can't time to change it up.
So I mean, that's what it is. That's why they running backs come a dime a dozen, but that's special. Them special running backs flip the field, change the game real fast, change how you approach the game. So.
They take them so long to pay the top running back.
Oh no, because you just like
they're easy to replace because all the wear and tear on their body.
You come a dime a dozen. You stick your hand in the pot and get another one real fast.
Man, see, that's tough here. Now, Najeh, my next thing I want to go into, because you're a former University of Miami guy, a former Hurricane, former running back here. Now, University of Miami used to be up here, and then after the investigation we're done here, they go up and down, up and down. Now you got a brand new coach here, Coach Mario. Is Crystal Ball, if I'm saying it right?
Yeah. What's
your things on him, and how do you think the University of Miami can get back to where they used to be?
So first, there's always that every time we get a new coach, it'd be like, the U is back, the U is back. The only thing I can
we
say
hear it a lot.
It's different about this one. All the new coaches that we get haven't been our coaches. Haven't been like a coach that came up through Jimmy Johnson, that came up through Bush Davis, and Dennis Erickson. They haven't been one of those type guys. You know what I mean? So with Chris Ball, he was a GA like my junior year, and my senior year he became like assistant offensive line coach. So those type of, he kind of knows what Miami used to be when we was winning, when we was good, and we was taking names, kicking butt, taking names. He know what that feeling is, what that swag's about.
So is it best for y'all, even though you have the coach now, to bring one of the old coaches back, or have a player old school player as a coach?
I think it's more so the old school player as a coach. Mario can come in and bring like a coach side back.
Because Ed Reed's already there, but he's just not.
He's not a coach.
That's right. He's not like a coach though.
So
but he's helped out the team.
If Mario can bring like Coach Side back, or Coach Keogh, and some people that kind of know, I look at it like this: right? Every great team or every great player has something they play for. Right? So if you think about yourself personally, if you ain't really, if you ain't doing it for somebody else, you know what I mean? When stuff get hard, you gonna quit, or I do it tomorrow, or man, I ain't doing that last rep, stuff like that. But when you do it for somebody else, your attitude change because it become more dire. When you have coaches that you want to play for, you ain't gonna give up on them.
Right, because that's similar to how Primetime became a coach.
I don't know.
I'm like Deion Sanders' coach, but everybody want to play for him. You turn everybody, in my opinion, everybody just want to have a reason to break.
I mean, Deion came with a whole marketing strategy to kind of flip, us from going to these predominantly white schools, these D1 schools, and build up home. You know what I mean? Build up like HBCUs and stuff like that. So granted, your grass game don't change. So you good at a D1 college, you be good at a D2 college because your grass game never change. You know what I mean? It's just people who see it. I think what he's doing is excellent. It's just about getting the eyeballs. A lot of people, especially us, we like it until we don't. You know what I mean? And that's one of the
because what's important about college here is the recruiting business. You got to go out and get them because a lot of players here go outside of here to go to college.
I think that's more so Miami. That was more Miami than anything. I remember talking to one of my teammates. He was a recruiter at Miami, and he played with me at Miami. And when Free was a senior, and we had just won our first state championship the year before, and I was like, hey man, this kid down at the schoolhouse, he ain't the biggest, but he tough. He got good vision, got good balance. And I kind of started naming out the people who he remind me of, and so they came out to see him, and we was all at the school looking at Devontae practice and stuff, and he came back to me like, man, the people upstairs don't want him, right? The people upstairs. So I'm like, after that, I just left it alone. I think in that year, if I'm not mistaken, or the next year, they went with the Killian running back, Lamar Miller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now Free go to. I believe that's the same time, but I know I seen Lamar Miller, not Devontae Freeman. I don't know if it's the same year or the same time frame, but Free at Florida State killing us.
Yeah, I remember that. Dang.
So, I mean, that's our idea. I mean, it's politics. That's
it's a lot of politics here. Okay, so before I wrap it up here, a quick question. Last one here is last but not least here. Since football been over, have you ever thought about like you're doing now, and your audience here at Miramar in the business of coaching wise? Is there anything you like as far as business
I think
type?
The coaching part, I do it for the kids. Right now, it becomes more of a business when it's outside of high school. I don't know. Like I'm more of a person that's gonna buy into a system. Once I buy into it, I'm gonna do everything I can for it. And the way the system's set up outside of like Optimist in high school, it's too much of a business for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get real attached emotionally. So like you come tell me my job, in jeopardy or I'm fired or something like that. That conversation ain't gonna go like you think it is. You know what I mean? Especially when I spent the last 4 years waking up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and mess with these jokers, man. That conversation ain't gonna go the way you think it is.
You gotta listen to them. Yeah, that's what it is. See, there y'all have it. The words of Najeh Davenport from the University of Miami, for my Green Bay Packers, for my Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Hey, I appreciate you having you on, Najeh. That's what it is. Easy. Shit.